Love a total body that looks easy but really challenges head to toe. And we're gonna challenge our balance here as well. First move, high knee march. Options here, hands on your hips. Another option is pull down nice and wide. Your third and final option, one wide, one in, palms out, palms towards your face. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Drive it, or in and out, or hands on your hips. Draw your belly in. Stand up nice and tall through your spine, shoulders down, neck is long. Out, squeeze, pull down. Elbows draw down, shoulders are nice and relaxed. Point your toes. Take a little break. Feet are hip distance or toes and knees together. I want you to lift your heels up. Bend your knees. Little pulse through those hips and biceps. But first, high knee march, round 2. Here we go. Pull, open, close. Good, arms and forearms parallel when you pull down in front of your chest. Arms, palms out wide, and then they turn towards your face when you draw them center. Try to keep your thighs and knees nice and square, don't open up. Little bicep pulse, let's go. Down, down. Option here, pulse with your right hand, grab a chair or a wall. If you need balance, obviously another option, drop those heels down. Maybe not obviously, right? Belly in up those thighs. Squeeze. Your third, you take a break. Your third move, you hold that balance. Arms out, out and in, out and in. Little lift, little lower, little lift. I feel this in my core. Here we go. High knees, so much that you feel the activation in your core. Stand strong in those glutes as you lower that heel. Stand up strong in that leg. Little chair pulse with a bicep curl coming up. Or the bicep pulse, pulse, squeeze. Ignite your bicep, contract. Little up, little down. Sit up tall. Can you drop that tail a little lower? Good, I don't want your butt cheeks to go out. I want you to roll them in and then pulse, drop it down. Out, in, stay off of your heels if you can. Little lift, little lower. Be careful you're not overextending through your low back. I really want you to open through your chest, use your core so your back doesn't go out. You take a break. Next move, that right foot is out. Externally rotate. Bend your knee. Right hand stays on your hip. Lift, lower. Left knee is soft. A little attitude, front leg lift. But first, high knees. Lift. Find length, get tall. Up and up. Never sinking down. Get a little taller. Every time you make a move, step. Here we go. Option, feet hip distance apart. That just makes me feel all over the place. I'm allowed, or I am able to squeeze the inside of my legs, knees, thighs, ankles, and big toes together. That helps me balance a little bit. Draw those butt cheeks in. Out, in. Good, sink your hips lower. Lift your heels a little higher. Do not let your heels roll out. Try to keep them glued together. Woo! Drop your tail down. Right leg. I'm telling you, that balance will get you. See if you can just hover those right toes above the floor and then lift up for a little crunch. Sucker punch in the belly. Take a break. Your fifth and final move. So you're sweeping out to the side. I want you to bring that right knee across Everything continues to face forward. Open out, cross, open out inside of the thigh, drags and pulls in. Here we go. 5 in a row. I almost did this class with a scarf on because I was like, I'm cold. It's only going to be 15 minutes. I will still be cold. I'm sweating already. Chair releve. Little pulse, little squeeze. Press down, low. Don't forget. You can play around. The chair can be there, or excuse me, the wall can be there just for a little bit of safety. If you need it, pull your belly in. Arms out, in. Drop that tail. Lift your heels. Glue them together. The front of your body is strong. We are almost there. Right leg in front. Here we go. Sucker punch. Chest is still lifted, but it pulls to the back wall. Open and extend. We have that diagonal. Here it is. In. Try to balance. I don't want your body to shift. Everything faces forward except that right leg and left arm that cross your midline. Take a break. 5 in a row. We're changing sides and we're beginning the descent down the ladder. Good. High knee march. This time pull with your arms 1st to 5th. Here we go. Option here, attitude. Turn your toes and knees out. Externally rotate from that hip joint. Pull up and down. Continue to get tall. Good. If your feet were together, now pull them hip distance. Draw the inside of your thighs in together. Center, lift. Elbows are right in front of your ribs. Push, squeeze. Use your biceps. Good. Diagonal. Out center, out center. Sit your tail down, lift your heels up. So a slight variation to the same moves we did on that right side. Left leg, sucker punch, let's go. Good, relax your shoulder, right? You don't want to round and hunch. It's like you're pulling your arm away from that shoulder, but your shoulder stays in the same spot. We're crossing, here we go. Cross. Good, inside of the bicep, inside of that left thigh. Pull across that midline. See if you can hold the balance. Out and extend. Almost there. Take a breather. 4 in a row. By the way, I don't know if you can tell, but these are like a snake print situation from Target. Joy Lab that I love. And then this and my bra are both that Tabi Noir. Let's go. Who make excellent socks. And then they just launched, not just, but recently launched apparel for men and women. And this is crazy soft. Crazy soft. And it has thumb holes, which is like the athlete's version of pockets in a dress, right? Here we go. Make sure this sway isn't happening. If it is, grab a wall, drop your heels, protect that low back, engage in your core. Staying off your heels, find that diagonal. Out, center. Lift those heels up higher. Squeeze your butt cheeks. Pull them in and then sit them down. Here we go. Reach. When you externally rotate from that hip joint, you're starting to work the inside and the outside of your thigh. You'll also feel it a little bit in your hip flexors. You're activating your core. And then of course, we've got that chest, that shoulder, and the back working as well. Take a break. 3 in a row. I like this total body because it doesn't involve a plank. It's really easy to get your total body activated when you're in a plank because you automatically have to activate and contract those muscles when you're holding yourself through gravity, right? It becomes a little bit trickier in the terms that you just have to get a little bit more creative in your movements to activate the total body when standing upright. So I like that variation. Take some heat off of those wrists and shoulders, but we still feel it everywhere. Those elbows are in front of your wrists, right? Not out to the side, not back, front. Parallel forearms. Maybe you have kitten heels on, right? So maybe you're just hovering. If you can lift even bigger through those heels, do it. Open, close, open. Awesome. Ooh, you feel those feet? I like working out without shoes, right? Toes, feet, all of those need movement, need to be able to get strong when you're in shoes, right? It kind of locks everything in. So working through those feet makes a huge difference. So when you walk in heels, wedges, or run in sneakers, it makes your feet that much stronger. You're much sturdier when you've got that exercise. When you work out without shoes, it makes wearing shoes easier. Here we go. Sweep those arms in front. Little contraction. Up, down, up, down. Squeeze those biceps. 2, 1. We've got one more. Creating larger movements, right? So big up, big contraction increases the heart rate and it activates more of the total body. So if you want to minimize that, if you want a little bit of a lower impact, just something smaller. Here we go. Reach those knuckles towards your big toes. Pull your heels away from your hips, right? So it's not a huge figure 4. It's a slight bend in the knee. Open through the hips. You've got 3 seconds to go and then you're done. Awesome job. Bye.